In the world of business, household names dominate the headlines: Apple, Amazon, Google, Tesla. Their influence is undeniable, shaping how we live, work, and communicate. But beneath the surface, hidden in plain sight, are companies that wield just as much power, perhaps even more, without the public ever knowing their names. These corporations operate in the shadows, dictating the fate of industries, controlling vital resources, and pulling economic strings on a global scale. You've never heard of them, but they control what you eat, how your money moves, what medicines you take, and even the air you breathe. This is the story of the secret powerhouses, the companies you didn't know existed. Westlake Chemical, the invisible giant in your everyday life. When you take a sip from a plastic water bottle, drive a car, or even just sit in a room with painted walls, you're interacting with Westlake Chemical, whether you realize it or not. This $15 billion petrochemical empire produces the building blocks for countless everyday products. Based in Houston, Texas, Westlake is a titan in the plastics and chemical industries. It manufactures polyethylene, polyvinyl chloride, PVC, and other chemicals that form the foundation of everything from medical tubing to construction materials. Yet, despite its colossal reach, the company maintains an unassuming presence, rarely making headlines. Westlake's chemicals are crucial for water pipes, electrical cables, and even credit cards. Without them, modern infrastructure would crumble. But their dominance isn't without controversy. Environmental groups have scrutinized Westlake for emissions that contribute to air and water pollution. And like many chemical companies, it has faced lawsuits over toxic exposure, yet it continues expanding, quietly shaping the world around us. Cargill, the secret master of the global food supply. Every meal you eat is, in some way, linked to Cargill. The name might not ring a bell, but this privately held giant is responsible for a staggering portion of the world's food supply. Valued at over $160 billion, Cargill is the largest privately owned company in the U.S., controlling everything from grain distribution to livestock feed, cocoa production, and even salt mining. Cargill operates in over 70 countries, overseeing global supply chains that determine what ends up on supermarket shelves. It supplies McDonald's with chicken, processes a third of the world's cocoa, and even helps produce the corn syrup used in countless processed foods. The company has been accused of deforestation in the Amazon, labor exploitation, and contributing to unethical food practices. In 2019, environmental watchdogs linked Cargill to illegal deforestation in Brazil, where vast portions of the rainforest were cleared to grow soybeans, much of which feeds livestock that ultimately becomes fast food. Despite global scrutiny, Cargill remains largely in the shadows, influencing what billions of people eat every day. Clearview AI, the company that knows your face. Imagine a world where every photo you've ever uploaded to social media, every selfie, every candid shot, every profile picture could be used to identify you in seconds. That world already exists, and Clearview AI is behind it. This secretive tech firm has quietly amassed a database of over 30 billion facial images scraped from public websites, social media platforms, and surveillance footage. Originally marketed to law enforcement, Clearview's technology enables authorities to identify individuals in near real time. Police agencies worldwide have used it to track down criminals, but the technology's potential for abuse is staggering. Critics warned that Clearview AI represents a major step toward mass surveillance, where privacy is a relic of the past. Despite legal battles, including lawsuits for violating privacy laws, the company continues to operate, forging contracts with government agencies and private firms alike. Whether you like it or not, Clearview AI might already know what you look like. BlackRock, the shadow bank that owns the world. You may think you know who runs the world: politicians, business moguls, royalty. But behind the scenes, one entity controls more wealth than most nations: BlackRock. Managing over $10 trillion in assets, BlackRock is the world's largest asset manager, with investments in nearly every major company on Earth. From Apple to ExxonMobil, Tesla to Google, BlackRock has stakes in the businesses that define modern life. But BlackRock's influence goes beyond stocks. Through its financial technology division, Aladdin, the company runs a vast algorithmic system that helps central banks, governments, and corporations manage risk and predict market movements. Essentially, BlackRock doesn't just invest in the world, it shapes it. During the 2008 financial crisis, BlackRock played a crucial role in stabilizing markets. In 2020, as COVID-19 crippled economies, the U.S. Federal Reserve turned to BlackRock to help manage its stimulus programs. This level of control over global finance raises serious questions. Who holds BlackRock accountable? And how much power is too much for a single corporation? Quanta Computer, the silent force behind your laptop. Every time you open a MacBook, a Dell laptop, or even a Lenovo ThinkPad, you're using a product from Quanta Computer. Based in Taiwan, this electronics manufacturer produces laptops, servers, and wearable devices for the biggest names in tech. Despite its low profile, Quanta is a $40 billion powerhouse that quietly builds the technology that fuels the digital age. Apple, Microsoft, HP, and Google all rely on Quanta to manufacture their devices. Yet, because the company operates behind the scenes, it rarely gets recognition. There are no Apple-style product launches, no high-profile keynotes, just a relentless focus on production. In 2021, Quanta found itself in the spotlight when a ransomware attack exposed sensitive blueprints for upcoming Apple devices. The hack underscored how vital this unknown company is to the tech industry and how vulnerable even the most secretive operations can be. Brookfield Asset Management, the silent city builder. Ever walk through a major city and notice the same high-rise buildings, office spaces, and urban developments? There's a good chance Brookfield Asset Management owns them. This Canadian investment firm controls over $850 billion in real estate, infrastructure, and renewable energy projects worldwide. Brookfield buys, sells, and develops entire neighborhoods from New York to London, Singapore to Sydney. It owns skyscrapers, shopping malls, and even major sports venues. The company also plays a crucial role in green energy, managing hydroelectric dams and wind farms that power millions of homes. Yet, for all its influence, Brookfield stays out of the spotlight. It doesn't have a flashy consumer brand, and most people have never heard of it. But as cities grow and urban landscapes change, Brookfield is quietly pulling the strings, shaping the way people live and work. Brookfield's power extends far beyond real estate. During times of economic downturn, the company has a reputation for swooping in and acquiring distressed assets at bargain prices. When entire office buildings or shopping centers struggle due to recessions or shifting market trends, Brookfield quietly takes control, waiting for the perfect moment to turn them into high-value assets. This strategy has made the firm one of the most dominant forces in urban development, often shaping the very economies of the cities in which it operates. Yet, because Brookfield operates under various subsidiaries and investment arms, many of its most valuable properties are owned under different names, making it difficult for the average person to grasp just how much control the company truly has. Despite its low profile, Brookfield has faced its share of controversy. Critics argue that its aggressive acquisition of real estate drives up housing costs, making cities less affordable for ordinary residents. Some of its projects have been linked to displacement and gentrification, forcing lower-income communities out of neighborhoods they've lived in for generations. Additionally, Brookfield's investments in fossil fuel infrastructure contrast sharply with its public commitment to renewable energy. While the company markets itself as a leader in sustainability, its financial ties to oil and gas pipelines tell a different story. Even so, Brookfield continues to expand, exerting influence over city skylines and energy grids alike, all while remaining largely unknown to the public. These companies don't chase the spotlight. They don't appear in Super Bowl commercials or sponsor global sporting events. Yet, they influence nearly every aspect of modern life, from the food we eat to the devices we use, the homes we live in to the money we spend. They are the hidden giants, the silent architects of the modern world. And now you know they exist.